Hey everybody, what is going on? You guys asked for more wood, and we are going to bring it to you over here at Fantasy Draft. I'm Eric Crane, and it's the Morning Wood Crew, but it's at night. It is after hours, the Wood After Dark. I'm Eric Crane, joined by Mike Petta, Tony Neathouse, Hoopster. It's good to have you back, buddy.
Hey, I'm here. Like I said, any other time besides Sunday morning, and I'm with my boys. And you guys called for the 11 p.m. Eastern start time, which is
Would you take a nap to be able to make it?
I wish. I mean, this is beyond my bedtime. I slammed an extra cup of coffee today, but I'm here, excited to talk about some fantasy draft NFL, boys.
You better believe it. And Tony, I know you're rocking out the Fantasy Draft hat right now. Everything's looking good for you. How you doing, brother?
Doing good. I got all three kids asleep, so it's a good time to be alive right now.
Yep, for sure. And guys, I'm also in the YouTube chat right now, okay? So somebody says Hoop better be sauced. He is sauced, I suppose. Especially, on what? Coffee? Oh, he is. There's the beer. My man.
You heard it.
And if you guys are wondering where I am at, I am in a parking lot dealership because this was the best lighting I could find in somewhere in the middle of Illinois. I'm driving home. We went and picked up a new grooming trailer for the wife today. So she's staying in a hotel. I'm driving my car back, and I'm just hanging out in this this parking lot. So if you guys can find this parking lot, come say hi. I'll give you something. Anyways, guys, I want to touch on a pretty cool thing going on in Fantasy Draft. Of course, the Carolina Millions is coming up. It's a $222 buy-in tournament tomorrow. Now, if you win that, you're going to Carolina, baby. You're going to be playing for a whole heck of a lot of money over there. If you get 2nd through 16th, by the way, you're not going to be left out in the woods. From there, you're going to get a $444 ticket. So you ain't gonna be saying, oh, why did I get 2nd in this? Oh, why did I get 10th? Blah, 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 yada, yada. You're going to have another chance. And obviously, I've already called my shot now. I've already said that I'm going to be winning the thing out in Carolina. So you're all playing for 2nd, but I wish you luck. I really wish you luck out there. And right now, the Carolina Millions tournament is 224 of 480 full. So go ahead. Don't mess around. Get your butts in there because it will fill. So we're going to go positional today. And this is a little bit different than we used to do on the wood. But, well, let's be honest. This is how we want to do it. Dang it. So let's go into it. Let's start with quarterbacks this week, Hoop, because if you want to pay up, you got to pay a pretty penny. Aaron Rodgers, to me, he's the top option on the board, but he's also expensive. 13-7 over on Fantasy Draft. Matt Ryan there, 13-3. Who do you like at quarterback this week?
Well, in terms of cash games, I just see, and even in tournaments, people are going to be looking to pay down at the position. There's so many good, cheap guys. So in tournaments, I think it's very, very simple to, go ahead and pay up at the position. I think that's going to be a contrarian look and a route that a lot of people won't take. So, like I said, in cash games and even in tournaments, the cheap guys are going to be high owned, which will leave these lower guys less owned. And if I'm going up in this range primarily for tournaments, I think I agree with you. My favorite is probably Tom Brady. I think you can look or I meant to say Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a guy
I knew you did, but I just figured that was the beer talking.
Yeah, it's the booze. The booze is talking, but I do like Tom Brady as well. But Aaron Rodgers seems the most realistic. 13-7 here on Fantasy Draft. Like I said, this top tier guys I feel will be low owned.
What about you, Tony? Because of course, pricing is really tight on Fantasy Draft this week, and I think that's something you're kind of seeing across the industry. The sites are saying, we're sick of you guys being able to play everybody. We're going to make it tough on you. And these are the kind of weeks where, guys who are sharp, guys who are really digging in can find a net. So who are you looking at quarterback this week, Tony?
Yeah, I was going to say, I like these weeks the best because it just doesn't feel that tight to me. I've heard people all week.
Yeah, I agree with you, actually. I am fully with you. Everyone keeps saying how tight it is. I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm wrong, but
there's just so many good values out there that we'll get to. And, quarterback's one position that we always talk about, at least we have in the past. But I see no value in the quarterback. I mean, I shouldn't say no value, but there's just so many guys that are somewhat similar to me. Sure, obviously, if we can get up top to Rodgers or Brady, I kind of like Brady too, just as a naked Brady. Don't even play anyone with him.
I just
14-6.
I can just never play these guys naked. It just drives me nuts. It's against
Brady's the guy you can though. I don't think you would with Rodgers, but Brady you easily can.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. If we're paying down, I understand we like those expensive guys. You mentioned that you didn't think there was any value at the bottom tier, and I'm looking at one guy at 10K who I'm in love with, and I understand that is as cheap as it goes over in Fantasy Draft. All right, yes or no, Hoop? Deshaun Kaiser week in week 3.
Thumbs up.
We got the thumbs up?
I'm giving the thumbs up. You need the video.
Oh, I got to get – oh, there. Okay, try it again. Yeah, I got the video. Okay, thumbs up. Sorry, I was on the pricing and everything.
I mean, it's one of those spots. It's like it doesn't get much better than the position he's in. Facing the Colts, they're without 2 of their top cornerbacks. He has the running upside. This has been called a funnel defense, but they're leaving large gaps for quarterbacks to take off on if they want. Price tag, yeah, like I said, it's the minimum that they offer up at the quarterback position here. And you can do a lot with your lineup if you go down to this 10K range. I'm still inclined to go a tier above him, like 2 guys that really stand out to me, Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford, 11-4 and 11-6 here on fantasy drafts. But if I need that 1,600 or 1,400, I have no problem playing Kaiser this week.
I love Kaiser. And, I mean, this Colts team just got torched by J.J. Nelson, Tony. I mean, I wish Corey Coleman was in this game because I think Corey Coleman would just blow up here. Tony, I know you're on Team Kaiser too.
Yeah, I love – I'm so tired of hearing about J.J. Nelson going off, though. Didn't he have, 5 catches and he caught a bomb in, the fourth quarter?
He caught 1 bomb and everybody did a victory lap. And
that's what I mean. If he doesn't catch the bomb, he's not a bust because he was free, but – people were acting like it was don't get me started on talking about him.
I'm not happy about Team J. Look at Hoops just sitting there. Well, I played.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
100% Hoop played JJ.
Oh, I played him, but I also played a guy named Ezekiel Elliott. So
that's not good. That's
not
good.
It should be the easiest play on the board. That's what's hard about the week as far as going up at quarterback. These cheap guys are in such good spots. But I kind of agree with Hoop. On fantasy draft, these cheapest guys are 10K, and I love the value. But you go up only 1,500. You get a guy like Cousins. You go a little higher, you get a guy. Who else was I looking at in that range? All those guys.
I know you're not looking. I know you're not looking at Cam, Tony.
No, I'm definitely not looking.
Cam's gonna be so popular this week.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I thought so, but I don't think so anymore.
People are hesitant. He's so bad. I get the whole thing, but he's been so bad. I think people are hesitant to play him. This is going just one of 2 ways. He's either smashing or it's just going to be full disappointment.
Yeah. By the way, you can play the Saints
which
defense.
side I'm on.
Oh, I'm on the same side, man. I'm going to play Christian McCaffrey, but we'll get to him a little bit later. But yeah, I'm definitely on this. I've got one guy as a quarterback that I like that nobody else is going to be on. I mean, nobody else is going to be on.
Is your car moving?
No.
Oh, I thought you were driving while you were going. It was moving from
No, nothing like that's going on.
I was impressed.
Yeah, I'll let everybody. You what?
I was impressed. I was like, this guy's driving.
Yeah, I'm going 70 down the interstate. Why not? YOLO, I believe is what the kids say.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a quarterback, Tony. I'm just going to give you the profile. You got to tell me if you would be interested in him. He's a quarterback. He's got offensive line issues, but he's one of the best quarterbacks throwing the ball when facing the rush in football. He's facing a team that's got a terrible secondary and it's been a funnel defense now for a couple of years. Nobody's going to play this guy, even though he has massive upside. Would you play this guy just based on that profile?
I mean, as long as it's not Russell Wilson.
It's Russell Wilson, baby!
Because I'm not playing him.
Why aren't you? Oh, come on.
I mean, the total's 39. They're an underdog. It does not profile for a Vegas guy at all.
Screw Vegas. Vegas just had a game doubled up 2 days ago. Screw Vegas. That's what I think. I mean it matches up.
What would make you want to play? I mean,
don't do it. No, please don't do it.
That's a horrible play.
I've heard. Smart people are liking that play this week too. No. But I can't.
Really? I'm not.
I thought I was gone down 3 points. It opened at 44. It's down to.
The issue I have is the Seahawks suck, and their offense sucks every year until week 9 or 10, and then they get things rolling. It's been the same thing for a few seasons.
Don't play him. Don't know.
The worst cornerback on Tennessee is the slot guy. It's just going to be Russ to Baldwin all day. That's my
every show, every week, we talk about guys don't play. Don't play.
I like Titans D.
Oh, that's what
I like Titans D this week.
I'll tell you what. You can have this Titans D. I'll take the Saints D. How about that?
Oh, I'll take the Saints D too.
No.
What? No, I'll take the Saints D over the Titans for sure.
Yeah.
What?
Against Cam? I'll gladly go against Cam.
Oh gosh, I'll tell you. I mean, I'll put
Somebody-
any amount of money on that thing.
Tennessee's D is going to be worth 0.
Oh, like what about some,
Seahawks offense has to be like the worst in the league right now.
they're gonna put like they can't run. They're not gonna be able to run on this defense. Like the
You
only
can't
way
play
they're gonna
Russell
move.
Wilson.
Sure, I can. He scored. Even if they
yeah.
score 21 points, even if they score 21 points,
They're
it's
not
gonna
going
be
to score
Russ-
21 points.
It'll be Russ.
So by your logic, Tony, you're saying Russell Wilson over Cam Newton this week.
No, actually, I would play Cam over Russell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then, how do you like
Really?
the Saints? How do you like the Saints defense
How can I
more than
play
the
Russell
Titans?
Wilson? The Crane, their team total's like 19. I'm not playing a team that can't block with a 19 team total.
Russ is gonna make everybody look stupid. That's all I'm saying. I like Russ this week. I like that price too.
The
Like,
one thing I'll give you is Russell. He makes people look stupid in the spots no one sees coming. So I'll give you that.
Yeah, but in like November and December,
Yeah,
not
in
in
December.
September.
Don't play
My-
Russell
my-
Wilson. Cross
my
him off
second
the list.
biggest day ever was loading up on Russ against the Cardinals when he was 2%. And
When
I
was
played,
that? December.
yeah, but whatever.
Don't do it.
I don't care. I don't care what month it was. Like fresh legs and that fresh dew plays in any month.
But the
All right,
numbers
let's
line
go.
up though. Like he increases his fantasy production throughout, month by month every season. But whatever.
Do I get to talk about
You
my
really
favorite
believe in
quarterback? You guys can make fun of me too.
Oh, who's your crappy quarterback that you
Well,
like?
first of all, I think Kaiser's probably my favorite. But as far as
I love Kaiser.
in that same range, my guy.
Can I guess? Can I guess or no?
You can guess. I don't know if you'll get it, but you can guess.
I think I'm gonna get it.
I mean, it's a
think
weird play, so don't guess someone.
No, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna get it right.
So don't guess
Philip
like
Philip Rivers.
No, I hate Philip.
Rivers sucks.
That
It's a good
Actually,
spot for him. But
was a good guess, though. I like that. I like the guess because he's worse than Philip Rivers, though. He's been the
That's
worst
a lot.
quarterback in football through the first 2 weeks.
Oh,
Jacoby Brisbane,
No, he looked decent last week, didn't he?
Brock
The worst
Osweiler.
thing-
I don't know.
I would play Brissett or whatever his name is too. I would use
Oh,
it.
you're not going to
Eli-
play Deshaun Watson, are you?
No, come
Oh,
God.
Mike
not
Glenn,
Eli Manning.
The number one receiver of the week is who?
Odell. That's what I think, but I'm blowing
God,
myself.
Odell.
Odell, baby.
Roethlisberger?
You're playing Russell Wilson and Odell Beckham. You better stay in the car. The wife's not going to let you back in the house.
You got to fake like a car issue or
No,
something.
I see what you're doing. You're going Dalton to Green. That's what you're doing.
Dalton, boys. I absolutely love Dalton.
I like that.
I
I
have
like
no-
that call.
I have no problem with that. I'm
The
gonna.
new OC, like if they're ever they're gonna be playing from behind. Perfect game script. New OC. They're gonna feed AJ Green. They're gonna feed Mixon. It's just a perfect spot. He's gonna be low owned. I love it.
They're gonna feed Mixon.
Yep, Mixon's. I wait till I talk. Mixon's my guy.
Oh, boy, you better hop in. You better hop in the car with Crane too, and you guys both better.
Man, you guys
He's
thought
playing
of
high price guys. Mixon's cheap. The new OC's gonna
Mixon
feed
should
these
be.
guys. They've been talking about it all week here.
Go to Illinois and get in that car. Go to Illinois and get in that car and.
Come on over to this
I
car.
don't want anyone playing him. I'm glad you guys don't like him. I'm gonna have fun.
You have fun on Mixon Island. You just every time Jeremy Hill runs into the end zone, you're just gonna cry.
He's not even gonna play. He'll be inactive.
If Jeremy Hill is inactive, maybe
He'll
that's
be
an
inactive.
Mixon.
They have a new offensive coordinator. All the game plan. Hill won't touch the ball 5 times even if he plays.
Oh, I just.
He'll probably be
playing.
inactive.
No, I'm not playing. Lost your
I don't want
mind. If
anyone to
if he's inactive, okay. Oh boy, I cannot read. No, I did not do that, Kevin. I'm reading Twitter right now. If you guys want to search Kevin Saul, who just yep, definitely can't do that, Kevin. Can't do that. Even though I'm actually really close to your house right now, I might just drive up and come hang out. Am I serious about that, OBJ? You better believe it, and I'll talk about that when we get to wide receivers. First, let's go to running backs. All right, I get the feeling we're all going to be in agreement when we talk about our favorite running back. All right, we're going to say it's Le'Veon Bell, right?
Yeah, I know me and Hoop are going to be on him.
Gosh, I will spend every last dollar I have playing Le'Veon Bell. I promise you guys that.
He's been so bad too.
I will spend every last. If I go broke this NFL season, it is going to be because of Le'Veon Bell.
It's just like he's 16-6. Like this is a guy that was going to be like 19K in this matchup a lot of times. But because he
tilts the crap out of me is I just knew whatever. In hindsight, whatever you say. But like I was on him last week so heavily. He gets the 31 touches, which is what you want, and then just does nothing with it. 31 touches. I'm sorry. Like I have to play him this week.
No, I'm with you. I just believe in the talent here. And if he's 24 years old and suddenly sucks, then I'm just going to be wrong and I'm just going to lose. Tony, you're on Lev too, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, and with the way my teams are coming together, there's so many cheap guys I like that I can't imagine making a team without Lev Bell tomorrow. He's going to be on probably every team I make.
He won't be on every team for me, but he's going to be – I bet he's on 60% or so, which is a pretty high number for me. Other running backs, I like Jay. Like everybody knows he's a great play. I'm not going to get cute there, though. To me, he's just you throw him in and you play him. Ty Montgomery. Hoop, you're the chalk man. Do you think Ty Montgomery's going to be popular?
Very. Probably the most popular player on the slate.
If he's not the most popular on the slate, then I've never –
He'll be the most popular player on the slate.
I was hoping everybody had Ty Montgomery fatigue after everybody just was,
after you scored like 40 fantasy points last week?
People don't get off the crush fast. Like, they'll stay.
I have no problem with it. He's going to crush again this week, and, I'm just going to be over the field. Same way for you, Tony?
Yeah, that's the thing. He's going to be popular. If you're going to play him, and if you're multi-entering stuff and you want to be above the field, get to 60 65%, because it's going to be the most popular, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be.
Yeah, especially with Vontaze Brissett out of that game. It's just such a smash spot. Tony, I saw you shaking your head no. Are you just?
I love him. I mean, I think running back's the easiest position in the week. There's only 5 guys I like, so it's you cycle them through there.
I'm with you guys. Let me guess. We like Derrick Henry against the Seattle defense.
I actually don't like him. Everyone likes him. I don't like that game. I mean, it's a low total. It's dropped 3 points. I'm stunned that everyone's on Henry. Just because 1 week Seattle gets carved on the ground.
It's 2 weeks now.
Oh, yeah, Derrick Henry's gonna bust for sure. I think I'll take Mixon over Derrick Henry.
Fucked. Thank you. Oh, this is the best parking lot ever. This is the first car lot I've ever been to in my life where I've actually made money. This is great. I'm going to take Mixon over Henry. Tony has lost his damn mind. Other guys.
How is Henry going to be it's so recency bias.
Yeah, but he's going to get carries. No, it's not just recency bias. The coaching staff.
They're not going to score. They're not going to do anything against Seattle. That's going to be a 10-7 game.
Okay, look, if it ends 10-7, then my biggest problem is not Derrick Henry.
You're playing Russell Wilson and Henry. You're just loading up the 39 total game you're just going to work?
Isn't that how this works?
It's not how it works for me. I don't know. I didn't know you could make that. If you can make that work, then I'm impressed.
Oh, I can make it work, baby. It's going to work.
People love Henry, though. What does Hoop think about Henry?
You know me. I'm only playing him if the starter if Murray's out, then I have a lot of interest. If Murray's in, I don't know. I think I'd prefer Crowell down there.
Okay, yeah, Crowell, and somebody in the chat asked about that. Yeah, we actually have a chat on this show too. And what do you think about Crowell this week, Tony?
I mean, it's a somewhat risky play because he's been so bad, but I personally believe that's more game script dependent, and it's the squeaky wheel thing. He talked to the coach, and they're going to get. I just think he's way more involved this week.
Oh yeah, he's going to be involved after DeShone Kizer puts up 40 points on the Colts. But that game might double its total. I'm not even kidding. That game might.
It's like the Thursday night game. It's the same game.
It looks exactly like it. Only these offensive pieces are better. Kizer's throwing deep at the 3rd highest rate in all of football. The dude is just a freaking gunslinger, man. Now the problem is who's going to catch it? Is it going to be Higgins?
I know who's going to catch it. It's not going to be Higgins.
Oh, let me guess, Tony.
You guys definitely know this one.
Is it the Duke?
It's the Duke week.
Oh Jesus!
It's definitely the Duke week.
I hope these viewers we have give us a shot. We are week 3, or what are we at? We're at 2. We're at 3. Week 4.
I don't hate Duke. I'm not even kidding. I don't hate Duke at all. Like, the dude's clearly got the ball.
Like, I love him.
You know, another pass-catching running back I like this week, somebody in the chat mentioned Gillislee, who I don't hate, but I also like James White this week with Rex Burkhead out. What do you think about James White?
I have a lot of interest in James White. I'm still kicking myself last week getting off of him. Like, roster construction led me a different way, and I was on him, and then I got completely off him, and obviously a big mistake.
I loaded up on Burkhead, so I was going to be right until he got hurt. Then the James White people got
so I think James White is a phenomenal play until the price comes up a little bit.
And I kind of feel the same way this week about Christian McCaffrey. Tony, talk to me about Christian McCaffrey, because I don't know whether you're going to hate him or love him, and I just don't know who you are anymore.
It just comes down to, like, we've already talked about 6, 7 running backs I like. I mean, I just don't want to go too deep, and McCaffrey's looked terrible. I really haven't seen anything that I've liked so far from I'm not going to play him.
Two guys I want the takes on. I want the take on Melvin Gordon first, real quick. Tony?
Definitely no for me.
Yeah, I mean, just so dependent right now on the massive receptions that he's getting. I don't think he can continue on that pace. I mean, it's the same guy we've seen year after year. He just cannot get anywhere on the ground. And in good matchups, I think we can play him. In mediocre to poor matchups, as we see here, I think avoid him. But people might be on him.
The Chiefs are good against the run, and they're good against stopping running backs out of the backfield. I'm not going to go there. So I feel like we're all in agreement there. So who's the other guy?
Other guy, Jay Ajayi. I think very, very interesting this week. I don't know if it'll be popular, unpopular. You think so?
Yes.
If people are playing Bell, it's especially
Bell and Montgomery, so
it's going to be hard. I don't think he's going to be super popular. I really don't.
Well, I hope you're right.
We're on Bell in the field. Maybe we get Bell lower than we do.
Yeah,
I think we're going to get Bell lower than we think.
Okay, then I see him being popular. But if people are giving Bell a third chance this week, then I just don't see how he is popular.
I don't think he's super popular. Like, his prices, I don't know. Like, running back should be what? What's it going to be? 20%?
Bell?
Well, no, he's going to be higher.
Oh, who are you talking? You're talking about Ajayi?
Yeah, like Bell has to be 30%. I think.
I don't know, man.
I think it's going to be. I'll take under on 30%. I love him this week, and I'm
definitely playing him on every team then.
Yeah, but then again, let's face it, I suck at ownership, so who knows? One other guy I wanted to touch on, I don't think anybody's going to play, but I like, and I wish I would have had more of him last week, Devontae Freeman. Like, I understand this carries get split, but it's still Freeman in a dome against a team that's not great against the run. And for tournaments, I mean, he can absolutely break one. I don't even hate Tevin Coleman in the same spot. Hoop, any interest for you?
Yeah, in tournaments, I mean, he'll be has to be like less than 5% owned in a game that is Tony might have to correct me, but I believe the second highest total on the slate, right?
Just without having it up, like, that's the game that catches my eye the most. Yeah. So if it's not the highest, it's the second highest. It's the second highest.
It's the second highest. And by the way,
54.
I feel like we kind of buried the lead at quarterback when we just didn't mention Matt Stafford.
I did mention him. You guys didn't listen. I said we talked about Kaiser. I said you get 1,400 or 1,600 more. You can go to Cousins or Stafford. So
yeah, my problem is
so much more too.
You just ignored me.
Well, you haven't been on the show for 2 weeks, man. What do you want us to do?
I'm talking about 5 minutes ago when I said Matthew Stafford.
No, I love Stafford this week. I just never know who to pair him with. I might.
Well, that's the situation where I don't mind going. We talk about going naked with a quarterback. I don't mind going naked with him.
All of a sudden, you guys don't have wood for your boy Tate anymore. You just gave up on him.
Oh no! Well, hey,
my favorite line definitely Ebron this week.
Ebron, I like Galladay in the tournaments. I like Galladay in tournaments too, and I like Tate, and I like Ebron.
How many guys are you playing? Are you playing?
That's my problem. I love everybody. You know me, dude. I'm gonna have a narrow player pool, but at the same time, like, I like a lot of guys from this Detroit Lions offense.
You better start narrowing some things down because it's 11:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Hey, we got what do we got? About 13 and a half hours before lock. I got plenty of time.
That's true. You do.
Well, I still have to drive 3 hours tonight, so it might be a long night for me. But anyways, Oh, well. All right, let's move on to – oh, wait, hold on. Real quick, from the chat, yes or no, Hunt. Any interest there? I'm not doing it.
I mean, he's another interesting one. For now, I like the other guys a little bit more. I mean, most of his production has come off, two real big plays, right?
Yeah, and look, San Diego's run defense hasn't been great, but the pieces around there are so much better than that run defense has been. So I expect it to get a lot better. Tony, are you laughing at us?
One of my kids is up there. I hear him screaming about something. So.
Take a break. We'll go take a break.
I will. I'll be right back.
All right, see you, buddy. So, Hoop, how's it going?
It's going good. Going good.
What do you think?
They're like the benefits of putting your kids down to bed really early because they'll fight you. You know, I get them down to about 8 p.m. and they'll fight you for the first 20 minutes, but once they're out, they're out. And Tony's feeling the repercussions right now of putting the kids to bed late.
I'm going to be one of those parents when I have kids that put their kids to bed at midnight and stuff. I just know that's just how I'm going to be, man. I know it. I'm be like, no, but don't you want to watch another episode of Bubble Guppies? Yeah, sure. Okay. Real quick, Marshawn Lynch, yes or no?
No.
I actually think maybe. I'm on maybe right now.
Maybe. All right.
Theo Riddick, not any Theo love. No, I don't have any love, but I have some maybe on him. I don't
just
hate
not
it,
playing enough right now. It's just not getting enough.
Yeah, it's
not
just
enough stats.
hard to do. Yeah, so I don't know. I understand it, but it's just a really low floor play, and I don't think you need to risk that. I think there are enough high floor plays this week. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Hey, you know what? I'm going to be watching that Cincinnati report really closely on Sunday morning because if Jeremy Hill's out, I hate to give Tony credit.
Like how I break news like that? I tell you he's out, and you guys start to believe it.
Wait a second.
It doesn't matter if he's inactive. It doesn't matter if he's inactive. You don't understand. This new coordinator's been talking up Mixon all week. He's going to pound. They have a new offensive coordinator.
Does it really matter? Didn't they just
an offensive coordinator?
Didn't they just get rid of the old guy just so Marvin Lewis could save his job once again for reasons nobody understands?
Maybe, but they still have a new guy calling plays.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to.
Jeremy Hill's going to get no work though. He's not going to play.
Well, no, I'm not going to play Jeremy Hill. I'm just terrified of that. Three-headed back situations. I'm scared of. All right, let's move on to wide receiver, guys. We're already running behind because that's how we roll. Julio Jones, the most expensive guy. Antonio Brown. These top guys, I understand. Hold on. Hey guys, do you love AJ Green?
I told you, he's clearly my favorite play, but he's everybody's favorite play. So
yeah, way to go out on a limb.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be as popular on these sites as one of the competitors out there who decided to price him just egregiously low.
Yeah. No, I get it. 15
on that site, he's going to be by far the highest owned player.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to make my case for Odell. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Here's a few things. One, he's off the injury report. With as hurt as he was, there is no reason for them not to list him on the injury report unless he's completely healthy. Two, Eli Manning, look, he's got to be pressured every time. Who do you think he's going to throw the ball to? He's going to throw 15 to 20 targets. By the way, the last time these two teams played, Odell had 20 targets. He's going to throw target after target to Odell, who's going to be going up against either Jalen Mills or I think it's Leonis McKelvin, who are both these two guys were the two most highly targeted cornerbacks in all of football last year. Both of there was number one and number two. Then after that, they're also terrible tacklers. So Odell, if he's going to get 15 targets in this matchup and he's healthy, we know Philadelphia's been getting torched by wide receivers for a long time now. And by the way, Odell's going to be 5%, and he might have the best matchup on the entire slate. Boom! Suck it!
Did you watch the Giants?
He was hurt
on Monday Night Football.
He was hurt.
I'm providing the argument, not just Odell. That team is atrocious.
And Philadelphia is good.
No, I get it. They're going to get pressure on him, but who do you think Eli's going to throw the ball to every single time?
It doesn't matter when he's sitting on his freaking ass the entire game like he was.
Not gonna sit on his ass, so he's healthy.
Yeah, but his offensive line, I mean, I don't know anything about offensive linemen, but that Flowers guy should not be in the NFL. He should not be in the NFL. That was so egregious. That was bad.
No, I get that he's awful, but what I'm saying is that do you think Odell gets 15 targets?
I would sure bet the under if we started at 15.
All right, we'll start at 12. All right, I'll start at 12. 12 targets for Odell against cornerbacks who can't cover or can't tackle, and he's got to be 5%.
I respect Philly's defense.
You don't respect their pass defense, though.
But I respect their pressure on the quarterback.
No, they're going to get pressure on the quarterback. I fully understand that. But it's not like Eli's going to drop back to pass 30 times and he's going to get sacked 30 times. That's not how it works. He might get sacked 4 times, but he's still going to get 25 balls off.
Yeah.
Trying to get some action here from this donkey in the chat, so continue on.
Tommy the Bull, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Who the hell is that? I mean, just a
Tommy the
chat.
Bull.
Yeah. Come on,
Tommy
buddy.
the Bull.
You're free money, he told you.
Yeah,
Bull.
let's go.
It's the Bull.
It's funny. Somebody that comes on the chat will talk crap like that. I literally have games posted on every single site at every single entry feed, but yet he's going to come on the chat and say I'm free money. If someone's free money, wouldn't you just go ahead and take every single one of their games, right?
It's the Bull.
That seems logic.
It's the Bull.
The Bull.
Logic move, but
Bull. Oh, all right, that's good times. Anyways,
let's get
so Odell, did I make a convincing argument?
I mean, I'm not.
It depends who your audience is.
Tommy the Bull might be on him.
Yeah, maybe,
I'm not playing Odell in cash. I'm just saying that if Monday Night Football, what
percentage are you going to play him?
Probably between 40 and 60.
Whew.
See, like if I'm doing that, like if I am going to make a stance on a high-priced wide receiver, why not just play Julio Jones?
Because I think Julio's going to have 4 times the ownership, and he's going to be shadowed by Darius Slay.
No one's playing him. I'm telling you, no one's going to play him.
But Odell's going to be 1%, so like 4 times. I mean, like that doesn't even say much. Could be 2%, 10%.
I thought Odell was going to be 5%. That's where I was going with that. But no, look, I like Julio this week. Like I understand he's going to be shadowed by Darius Slay, who's a really good corner, but he's not as good as Julio is. Like we can all agree on that. Like I have no problem if you're playing Stafford on one side. Like, come roll it back with either Julio or Freeman. I like Julio this week. He's like, I just think Odell is that much better. Did you just laugh at me? Oh, I thought somebody laughed at me. I was pulling up the screen. That's about to Tommy the Bull, you guys.
Tommy the Bull. He's the new Capone.
Yeah, he's the new Capone for sure. I love it. All right, so yeah, that's. Obviously, we love AJ Green. I love Jordy Nelson this week also. He should be playing the slot more often. That's big props to Evan Silva for that information. He's 14-6 over in fantasy draft against the Bengals. He's going to avoid Drake Patrick and Pac-Man Jones, so I like Jordy there. I like Keenan Allen. Tony, who are some of the wideouts you like?
Yeah, we're wide receivers so deep, but I like Tate even in that Detroit game. I think he bounced.
What? Hang on.
I like Detroit a lot. Stafford and Tate are right there towards the top of my list. I like all the Green Bay guys, obviously. I like both Cincinnati guys, even LaFell. I like LaFell as like a cheap guy.
I have no problem with LaFell this week. He's another
I'm on board with that as well.
I'm trying to look at just teams. I mean, there's
you know who else I'm playing? All right, so Tony, like we're all off Cam this week, but Kelvin at 12-6 with no Lattimore out there.
I'm not playing anyone that Cam has to throw the rock to.
There's only like 2 guys you can throw it to now, though.
Yeah, like
I don't care. Like you can't get it to them. They could be wide open and you can't get it to them.
Cam might have 220 yards in this game and 2 touchdowns, and both McCaffrey and Benjamin might have 110 and a score. Like that's possible. You're such
I'm
a hater.
I'm not playing any Carolina guys.
All right. Hoops on Team Kelvin, right?
There's so many good plays out there. Like you can't play them all.
I like him. I like Funchess a ton too. I could see them getting very creative with him this week.
Why is everybody on Funchess? Look, that made sense when Lattimore was playing, right? But with Lattimore out, why is he gonna target Funchess when Kelvin's gonna have just as bad of a corner?
Nine targets last week when Olsen went out. He has some tight end experience. I just think they could get creative with him and use him in a lot of different types of, what do they call them, sets or formations. Formations, there it is. Different formations.
That's good. That's good. What are them their things called?
That's deep analysis right there, boys. Yeah. But why not Funchess? He's like close to the men on every site.
I'd play Funchess before Benjamin.
Oh, you've lost.
Unless it was like in a buffet line, then I'd play Benjamin.
Well, yeah, that's why I like Benji. But like, I mean, I'm just saying that like it's everybody's gonna be on like you're gonna end up on a chalk Devin Funchess. Think about that.
I don't think so. Wide receiver is freaking loaded. Like there's so many. There's like 4 or 5 cheap guys. There's tons in the mid tier. These upper tier guys you can place. I don't think it's gonna be anything too crazy.
Man, I think so. Like him and Higgins are the 2 cheap guys everybody's going to.
Well,
And
the
Higgins is
big
fine.
question for me is, what about our boy Geronimo if a couple of those guys are out?
Well, Cobb's going to be out. Definitely sounds like.
Yeah,
and,
Cobb's out, and I get it.
Jordy's probably in.
yeah, I think Jordy.
I mean, Geronimo is 6K on fantasy draft, though.
Yeah, I know it, but
he's
like
a man.
Jordy's probably gonna play the slot, and Geronimo Allison, like if he gets lined up against one of those outside corners, he just has no shot at all. You know who I'm going
He's
to?
only got to have one blown coverage, and he crushes value.
I mean, what's crushing value? This is like talking NBA, where a
What do you
6K
mean?
guy
If
gets.
he catches a 50-yard touchdown, he's home free.
You're gonna win a tournament with an 11?
From a guy that's 6K?
3K?
Yeah.
6K, yeah, 6K.
No.
We're not talking about a milli maker. We're on fantasy draft. Like, you can win a tournament with a dude that gets 11 for 6K.
You want to win this qualifier with 480 people? Good luck with that.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
guy.
that's
I'll
easy.
tell
Yeah,
you
with an
another-
11, absolutely.
He's 6K.
Yeah,
that's-
I'm on team Big T here.
What do you want him to get, though? If you play him at 6K, what do you want him to get?
17.
So you made fun of 11, but 17 is home free?
I'll play Kenny Galladay for 9,100. I will sure as hell play.
3,100 more.
I will sure as hell play Deshaun Jackson for 9,100.
That's who I like. I like Deshaun Jackson a ton.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely on team
Why is he
Deshaun.
that cheap? He's so cheap.
Makes no sense at all.
He might be the most mispriced. He might be more mispriced than AJ Green on FanDuel. That's
Why
how
is he mispriced?
Yeah, I mean,
Why is he
Why?
mispriced? Is he mispriced?
yeah, he should be 10K.
Mispriced on every site. He's like just
He's got like 3 catches all year.
Oh, he
like
missed.
one game.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
by the way, he
Like I
missed
said,
a
he's got
touchdown
3
pass
catches
by
all
like
year.
half a foot. He missed a touchdown pass that went off his fingertips. That would have given a big old score.
And he's
And
got the
somebody
best
says,
matchup ever this week. Like, he's way too cheap.
Hey,
I can't forget about him.
"Hoop, I got
He's
good
going to
news
be the guy
for
I
you.
forget about.
I got good news for you, Hoop. Tommy the Bull says that Cobb is in. So you
Cobb
really
is in.
Tommy the Bull says he's in.
yeah. Tommy the Bull says that he's not in, guys. But if Tommy wants to play him in cash against Hoop, by all means,
I love that he says
party on Tommy the Bull.
Cobb is in. That's all he says. Cobb is in. And when he's officially listed as doubtful, Tommy the Bull's got the inside info, folks.
Yeah.
yeah, he's just trying to like argue or something.
By the way, hold on, Tony. How can you say that this Cleveland Indy game is one we can target when it's the total the same as the Seattle game?
Well, for one, total went up 2 points. Seattle went down 3 points. Like I always follow the line moves from early in the week. Like Seattle went down 3 points. Not to mention, I like the players better in it. I think it has a better chance to like the Thursday night game. I mean, it sounds easy to say it now, but I love that game to go way over. It had 2 of the best running back plays. They both crushed, but it's obvious now. But even going into it, like when we did the show with Chop, it was like those plays were slam dunks, and that's how I feel about the Cleveland game. Like the plays feel like I love T.Y. Hilton in that game too, running.
That's who I was about to bring up.
There's good plays in that game though. Like so, the total if you can find that many good plays, doesn't the total feel too low to you?
Yeah. Let's load up. I got a great idea. Let's not play DFS and just put it all on the over.
You got more money.
That's a good idea. That game
that's a good idea.
That
guys do not.
If you want to play a double up this weekend, just bet the over there. That game was going over, and that total is going to go up too. I bet it goes off 44 range.
By the way, you know who's watching this show right now? Oh, Mean Dean. He's messaging me on Skype. Why do I feel like Pennywise is about to pop up from your back seat? Mean Dean? No. All right, let's go to tight end, guys, because we're moving here. We're moving. All right, most expensive guy is Gronk. I think he's fine. I am in love with Travis Kelce this week, and if I'm paying up, that's what I'm going to pay up for. Hoop, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going up in that tier, I think that's definitely the way to go. He's looked very good the first 2 weeks. In cash games, I don't think you need to go that high. I think there's quite a few guys that we can look at.
I mean, the chalk in cash that's Jack Doyle, isn't it?
I think Ertz, Doyle, and Ebron are going to be pretty spread out, and I think they're all really good plays. I like all of them a lot.
Yeah, my tight end pool is going to be really narrow this week, Tony. It's going to be Kelce, the 3 guys Hoop just mentioned, and then I think I'm going to look at Austin Hooper at 7,400 also against the Lions. Like, that's it for me, Tony. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with the guys you said. I was trying to find that. I seen some props earlier I was looking at, and They had some crazy.
No. I'm not dealing with these football. You remember when football props cost us so much money last year?
It depends on the week. Some weeks it helps you, some weeks it hurts you.
And I don't want to look at it. I'll tell you. You go ahead and talk about props.
There was one play though, just because I like the play to begin with. That Jared Cook though, because Oakland. I always liked Jared Cook, talented guy. I wanted to get some exposure to that game, obviously, and I just think he's a good play, and it looked like he had a good prop. I think from what I've seen. So
okay,
safe.
I
think he's a safe play from what we've seen. He's got. It doesn't sound like much, but 5 catches and 4 catches in the first 2 games for a guy that's the minimum. So it's one of those situations. If he gets in the box, which is kind of the goal of the Morning Wood here. We like getting things in the box, and he gets in the box, he smashed his value.
Yeah, no, I get it. I don't hate Jared Cook. I do hate him as a player, but I don't hate him this week, Tony. I see what you're saying there. All right, real quick, give me
one other guy I want to mention that I
really.
Like.
There's other people.
A lot at tight end. Okay. I like a lot at tight end. Depending on how the news breaks here tomorrow, and that's Martellus Bennett. He was awful, but
he dropped so many passes.
Oh my gosh, he was so bad. But Aaron Rodgers kept going back to him. He kept looking his way, looked him off a couple times. He had to have, I don't know the exact number of targets he had, but Aaron Rodgers was looking to him. They clearly want this guy involved. They're going to be shorthanded a little bit with Cobb out. I like Bennett.
So here's these props, just for those of you who care out there in the world.
Wow.
So you got Zach Ertz, who's technically the best tight end, I think, right now. He's got a 5.5 receptions, 60.5 yards. And then right after that is Jared Cook at 4 receptions, 45.5. Actually, right there with Doyle. So
wait, you're telling me Jared Cook has a better prop than Travis Kelce?
He's not on here, so I don't know. He might not have one yet or something.
Kelce, they had one up, but it just kept going up and up and up, and it was uncomfortable.
Let me see if I can find him.
Yeah, Bennett had 11 targets last week.
How many did he catch?
Not many.
He dropped some easy.
He dropped the easiest ones, man. That was bad. He dropped easy one. My 3-year-old son could catch those. It was bad.
Your 3-year-old son's also asleep right now, unlike Tony's kid. By the way, Tony, what did your kid want earlier?
He was up there. All he literally wanted me to do was put the blanket on. I need my. He was up there just screaming. Blanket
sometimes, man. Yep.
After I had to talk with him before I came down, I'm going to be gone for an hour. I turned a movie on for him if he needed it. Gave him some Skittles. He was ready to go.
Father of the year. It's freaking midnight.
I said, just don't scream down to me. I got the baby to sleep, the girl to sleep. Everybody was asleep but him. And of course, he's the one that starts screaming.
Skittles didn't come through.
Skittles didn't put him to sleep. But you know what, Tony? Sometimes they do come through.
I got that same thing. The sharp size.
Buddy.
What's the sharp size?
Share size. It's share size.
Share.
Yeah, share size. That way they make the kids feel better.
I got blue ones.
Giant size. No. It's
sharing is caring.
Yeah, and unfortunately, see right here, guys, nobody in the passenger seat, so they're all mine. That's right. Yeah, I still got to drive 3 hours, guys, so I got to get off here.
It's been a lot of fun. Driving right now.
I can. Here, you want me to? Let me see if I back up a little bit. Wait, yeah,
this is probably not. How's she not driving while you're doing the show?
No, we drove to Wisconsin today. She had to pick up. Expanding her grooming
spot because you're breaking up on the move. You better put it
your
back.
Wi-Fi was way better.
Good. No, we drove 6.5 hours to Wisconsin together, and by we I mean she drove, and I sat in the passenger side and did football research. And on the way back, but she got a new van, so she's driving the van, and I'm driving the car back.
Is she behind you?
No, she stopped at a hotel. She was tired. I'm going to drive the whole way though.
Yeah, tough it out, huh?
Yeah, you know me, Mr. Tough. That's how I roll. Yeah. And by Mr. Tough, I mean I'm used to staying up until 3 in the morning, so I don't mind it. Somebody in the chat goes, "You rich dude in your share size." That's great. We don't mess around over here in the wood. All right, guys, we've really got to get off here. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for Fantasy Draft for giving us this chance. We're going to start doing this every week. Next week, I'm going to be at a wedding, so I don't know if I'm doing it from the wedding or how that's going to work.
You got to do it from the wedding. That's what makes it fun.
We will find a way. I'll jump on in between the YMCA and the chicken dance. And
Hey,
it's
and
been a
even
lot of
if,
fun.
you know what, we could talk about even another night, Friday night. You know, we could pretty flexible. You know, see
That's a
what
good
I'm
idea.
saying?
You
We're
are
gonna make
a.
this happen.
That's what they
And
call.
what we need everyone to do that's listening is, first off, if you don't play on Fantasy Draft, get your butts on there, sign up, take advantage of the deposit bonuses that they have, which are phenomenal. Rake-free head-to-heads. The tournaments are amazing. The Carolina Million, we have to fill up that qualifier so they can continue to offer those type of contests.
Where's
Which
your
by
guys' gear too? Show off the gear.
I don't
Which
have
by
it with
far,
me.
by the way, the Carolina Millionaire, if you are somebody that wants to get into a live final, that payout structure is the freaking nuts. Like, so much better than any other site. So definitely get on there and tell people to come watch the show, because the more people we get in here, the more, we're going to start giving things away. So, let's get this thing built up a little bit.
Absolutely. And once again, guys, the Carolina Millions qualifier is $222 buy-in. It's about half full right now. Get in there, fill it up. You do not want to miss your chance to qualify for the Carolina Millions. And if you get second, you get 16th. Anything second to 16th, you're not completely shut out of the dark. You're going to get a $444 ticket through a week 4 qualifier. So, guys, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks so much, Fantasy Draft, for jumping on and sponsoring the show. The Wood, we are back, baby. For Tony, for who? I'm Eric, and we'll catch you guys later. See ya.
The Woods